Sure isn't. Hello and welcome to the second practice for the weekend at Emilia-Romagna in Mazzana, which rhymes. That is oddly nice to say, rhyming words. So obviously last session was topped by Marc Marquez, and it's given his recent domination of the last two race weekends. I wonder whether this weekend could be a third victory. Let's see if he can actually top the next session, which is currently started. 58 minutes and 40 seconds left to go on that. It will be half me during this session and half Joshua. And it's currently out on the track, coincidentally, is Marc Marquez. And just behind him, Quartararo too. Haven't got the timings up there yet, on the screen I'm looking at, but I'm sure they'll get those up soon enough. I wonder if turn 11 is going to continue to be a problem during this. And it's for some reason we're getting Brad Binder's age. He was born, I think that said 29 years old, born August 11th. I know someone else born on August 11th. Getting a lot of people's ages, I see, for some reason. Most of the riders have made their way out onto the track right now, and still no screen telling us when people, where people are. I suppose that'll come up after they finish their first lap round. So according to this, everyone except Rins is out on the track. Which, was he out this morning? Is he here? I don't think he's here. There's a yellow on the track. Sector 2. Who's that? I'm pretty sure I just saw a costume. Who's that? That would be Jack Miller crashing out. Not even 4 full minutes. He crashed out 3 minutes in to the session at turn 6. Could that be a potential problem on the rise? Though he crashed out at turn 6, gone into the gravel. I wonder how he did that. I hope we get like a replay. Oh, here's the timings coming on the board now. I can only see 2 of them so far. That's probably because only 2 of them crossed the line. Though here we are. It's starting to come up now. There we are. Right, so currently Morbidelli has set a 1:34.014 for an opening lap. That is quite decent. Off the track there for, who's that? I think that was Oliveira going off the track there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Lap cancelled for Bagnaia, so he must have been caught in the yellow sector that popped up when Jack Miller crashed at turn 6. I wonder how many other people have had their lap times cancelled because of that. Alex Marquez also out on the track, currently on board with Bagnaia. So, not a lot of them have a lot of them have headed out onto the track, but not a lot of them have set times so far. Obviously, it's only the first few minutes of the session, so they're all just riling up. Here we go, getting a little bit of time there. Vinales is set to top the session at the moment, with Morbidelli probably coming in second. Vinales top session with a 1:32.484. Morbidelli just behind. Second place he goes with a 1:32.664. Martin is 3 tenths behind. And entering sector 4 is still 3.5 tenths behind now. Bagnaia is only 2 tenths behind when entering Sector 4, however. So it seems this session is looking more in Bagnaia's favour. Oh, now they've swapped it around. Now, 2 of them have swapped it around. Martin goes top with a 1:31.846. First 31s of the day, and Bagnaia goes second with a 1:31.864. See, Martin's just doing better so far this weekend. Bastianini sets a 1:32.335. Marc Marquez, however, just getting warmed up, is 2.2 seconds behind. Vinales is looking to go faster though, entering the end section of Sector 3 by 5 tenths of a second. Oh, now he's lost it out by a whole 1.5 tenths. Acosta, whoa! Acosta entering the second half of Sector 3 has almost 3 tenths on Martin. That is very impressive. But he may have 3 tenths on Martin, but Martin has almost 4 tenths on himself. So Acosta may be estimated first, so he's going to go right into second place, with Martin deciding to one-up himself. By a lot, too. Where would that bring us? That would bring us to 1:31's point. Oh, Acosta does a 1:31.350. Martin still estimated first, so Bagnaia is 7 tenths off of Acosta's time, but Martin is 4.5. Oh, 4.25. I was going to say 4. I'm going to say 4.25 faster, and it's Martin does a 1:31.325, ending up. Something must have gone wrong on that last corner because he's only 25 thousandths of a second faster. And Bagnaia goes into third. He is 83 thousandths slower. Why are we looking at Marc Marquez? Okay, so he went out. Mark went out on the track, and then suddenly he must have had a problem with his bike. If he was 2.2 seconds behind, and then all of a sudden he comes right back in, he must have either just been testing out the tyre, seeing what it was like in the conditions, or there's something wrong with his bike. And for the hope of him, I really hope that it is not the latter of those. Vinales is a 1:31.585 and goes fourth. Acosta is 7 tenths down in his time, and Bagnaia is only 46 thousandths off of the time of what Martin has set, which is it's getting better for him. At least he's not 2 tenths off now. Acosta has his lap cancelled for track limits. Bagnaia is now 73 thousandths up on Martin. On board. Oh, a little bit of a wobble there for Bagnaia. He was going into the final section. Well, final corner. Bagnaia goes top with a 1:31.129, almost 2 tenths up of what Martin had done. So despite that wobble he had in the final corner, he managed to maintain getting first position. Something tells me that last sector was really good for him, since he was definitely down a little bit on the sectors, now perfectly back up. And he must have lost some time from that little wobble at the final corner, so he must have got a lot of time gained. Though Acosta is 1 tenth up on Bagnaia. Let's see if he can maintain that going into the final section. Well, the final half of the third sector, which, as we saw in last practice, it was, down, that was right on board. Pedro Acosta crashes at, is that sector 4? It's on turn 14. So anyone coming past that time right now, not going to have the best time of it. Okay, so let's see what happened. Going round turn 14, and he just drops it, and keeping hold of a bike. I see. I don't think Acosta's learned to let go of the bike during crashing, but I'm glad it hasn't hurt him so far. Though sometimes I do worry. So yeah, he just dropped it on the exit. So that was, he must have just been caught something. Maybe he caught a piece of gravel and it went the wrong way. I don't know. But he seems to be okay. I just seen Marc Marquez look at that and I was just like glad that wasn't me. Alright, going. Okay, well, we're looking at Bastianini right now, and he's going through the beginning of Sector 2. And it seems to be doing quite well so far. Let's see, his Sector 1 time is 1/10 down on what Bagnaya's is. So he's 1/10 down from his teammate, and he's estimated 6th right now. I reckon could get more in the final of the 2nd sector, but that 3rd sector is going to play havoc. Martin is almost 2/10 up on the time of Bagnaia, though Bagnaia is 1-upping even that. I mean, he's almost 2.5 seconds faster. Bastianini is now only almost 1/10 slower than his teammate, while Espargaro is estimated 11th. Now, at the Aprilias, they did not have a good time of it, I feel, the past few races. So, and just as Alish goes 9th with a 1:31.712, Martin goes 2nd with a 1:30. Bagnaia does a 1:30.924, so we have entered the 1:30s, everyone. Bastianini does a 1:31.615, so we've entered the 1:30s. So we're getting closer and closer to that all-time, that record time. We're all trying to beat him. We can see people trying to keep up, and it keeps going. Like, hold on. I don't know where it is, and I can't fix it. So my screen over there has kind of gone off, so I'll just keep up with people on this one instead. Right, so 37 minutes left of the session. Emilia-Romagna going into the final part of Sector 3 is 6/10 down on the time of Bagnaia. So entering the pits, Augusto Fernandez. Currently, the top 10 stand as Bagnaia, Martin, Acosta, Quartararo, Vinales, Bastianini, Binder, Oliveira, Emilia-Romagna, and Morbidelli. So Martin is just entering the pits now too, as is Bagnaia. Quartararo, Bastianini, and Emilia-Romagna remain the only ones of the top 10 to actually not be in the pit lane. Though even okay, we're all just heading into the pit lane now. There's only 2 people out on, no, 3 people, sorry. 4. Quartararo, Binder, Emilia-Romagna, and Zarco are the only people currently to not be in the pit lane. And just as I say that, Quartararo decides, it's a good thing to be in the pit lane. But right, double checking. So must be a lull for them all. So while they are actually on a lull, that means I can actually read you out the top, like every single person. And since I have it up here, I can probably just do that from like here, so I don't have to get really close to the screen. Which honestly, I find it frustrating. Right. Bagnaia is currently in 1st with Martin in 2nd, Acosta is 3rd, Quartararo is in 4th, Vinales is in 5th, Bastianini 6th, 7th is Binder, Oliveira is 8th, Emilia-Romagna is in 9th, Morbidelli is in 10th, Alex Marquez is in 11th, 12th is Bezzecchi, Ralph Fernandez is in 13th, Augusto Fernandez is in 14th, Deschantonio is in 15th, Nakagami 16th, 17th is Luca Marini, Mir is 18th, Zarco is 19th, 20th is Marc Marquez, who's just headed out onto the track, and I don't think time has been set for Rins or Miller. But yet again, is Rins actually in this? I don't think he is. I cannot remember whether he is or not. So here, Marc Marquez making his opening lap, 2 seconds behind, obviously, given he is warming up his tyres. Though he's obviously waited until there was a clear enough track, so he's done a 1:33 so far. Getting a look of Martin. Can we look at the bikes? Looking at the championship standings, Martin is in the lead with 312 currently, 7 points back is Bagnaia on 305, and Marc Marquez, I would say, is in the fight, being 53 behind, given how he's won the last 2 races and seems to be maintaining dominance throughout. I mean, right now he is in Sector 2 and is 4/10 behind the time of what Bagnaia has set, so he hasn't been out there long. He hasn't been out there as much as other people, and yet he is already catching up very quickly to those around him. And he's estimated 17th currently, but you know, he's only on the 3rd sector, so I mean, that's relative. I mean, the first 2 laps for him is obviously going to be a bit more difficult, but still. Going round. Is that I'm pretty sure that was sector. I'm not. Why do I keep saying sector instead of turn? Turn 11. Track limits. Yes. He was going round turn 11, and immediately after, track limits. So his lap time has been cancelled. It wasn't a great lap time to begin with, actually. Oh, it was turn 16 that did him and not turn 11. Though he did go off at turn 11, so maybe he went off more than once. So turn 16 could be a potential issue throughout the weekend as well. So you can see he just goes on the curb. Massively overestimates. And notice wherever there is a hill, it seems to be causing problems. Because there is a slight hill on turn 16, which the hills are not doing them justice so far. And thinking about that, if it's during the race, high speed going down there, someone tries to make a move, it could take more than one person off. Yeah, that could be a potential problem. A little bit one wheeling on the exit of turn 16 as well. Most people are in the pits. The only people who are not are Vinales, Morbidelli, Nakagami, Marini, Zarco and Marc Marquez. So I think Bagnaia is about to head out on the track, just as I say that. Marc Marquez, 5/10 down, almost 6/10 down on the time of Bagnaia. Is he finally getting those tyres warmed up? Yes, he is. Goes into 6th position with a 1:31.602. Those are like 1:31s are the times where people in the highest positions in session 1 were doing. So obviously a lot of people have been sandbagging this. Right now is that, yeah, that's Acosta's bike. Is that the one that's just crashed, or is the one that's got the cover over it slightly the one that's crashed? I am not sure, because his bike didn't look that damaged, did it? It did not look that damaged, especially given he held on to it. So I reckon they could get it fixed before the end of the session, actually, to be honest. So we could see Acosta back out again. So it would be sad, but he's been doing so well in the last session. It would be sad to see him not get more of a chance in this one. Morbidelli has come out onto the track and is currently in Sector 1. Marc Marquez entering the end of Sector 3 is only 2.5 seconds down. No, not 2.5 seconds, tenths. And Martin, why did you look bored just then? You were literally exiting pit road. Why did he look bored? He just that was the most bored riding I've ever seen. Even now he looks bored. He's just like, where's a turn? 40 minutes left, meaning in 10 minutes we swap over with Joshua, and you have him for the rest of the session while I go over to the F1. Right, Zarko in a Honda. And me and my deal with Honda. Still unhappy with what they did to Alonso. So, different sport, long time ago. Miller is back out onto the track, so obviously they managed to get his bike fixed really, really quickly. And he is 1.6 seconds down, which honestly is to be expected in a bike that just crashed out. Not only 20 minutes ago, Zarko goes into the pits. That was a short lap. Are we getting anyone actually deciding, this is a good time to exit pit lane? Seriously, why are they all just huddling up in pit lane? Get some practice! Miller does a 1:33.745, doesn't move from 21st position though, 2.8 off the time of Bagnaia. Bagnaia, who is currently in the pit. Marquez does a 1:31.490, goes into 4th position, passing Quartararo. Joshua's just told me to pull my mic away slightly. Well, it's annoying. He didn't say that last part. I can read his mind. Martin has come out, and it is... Obviously, we saw him come out, looking bored. But he has come out, and it is going to lap. Still on his opening lap. I would have thought he would have been done with his opening lap by now. It's been more than enough time. There's a yellow in Sector 3. Who is that? That could be either Oliveira or Raul Fernandez. Who is it? It's not Miller. No, it's not Miller. Who is it? Who stopped? Who has stopped? We never actually got told who that was. So, Oliveira isn't moving. It was Oliveira. Or Oliveira. I can never understand which way to say his name, and I don't know why. I just can't get it right. Marquez were on board with currently. So, had to look on the timing screen to see that it was Oliveira. He seemed to go into the gravel, and given that we didn't know which place it was, we don't actually know which corner he was having trouble with. So, by the looks of it, it was... Oh. By the looks of it, it was halfway through Sector 3. Which, what have we been having trouble with? Sector 3. The end of Sector 3 and the start of Sector 4, but people gain after the start of Sector 4. What is going on in that third sector near the end to make everyone either crash, it appears, or lose an incredible amount of time? Is there like a load of corners around that bit, which I haven't seen yet? I need to have a look at this track map, to be honest. 6 minutes until the swap over. Vinales is 6/10 down on Bagnaia's time, though Martin is only almost a tenth behind Bagnaia. Bagnaia has finally come out of the pit lane, and Martin has finally warmed his tyres up. Typical, just as Joshua is probably going to enter the commentary box, it starts to liven up a bit more. But with me, it was just like, do you know what, we're going to give you 10 minutes of pit lane. We find stuff to talk about. Though currently looking at Bagnaia going... Okay, so this is... Seriously? Is there some sort of thing around that which I'm not supposed to know about? Every time it gets to the end of Sector 3, it's like I am not allowed to know what is there. Do you know what? When I'm in the other commentary box, I'm going to look up this track map and see what is Sector 3 near the end of it. Because it seems to just be eluding both the camera and the riders. Right, so top 5 currently Bagnaia, Martin, Acosta, who is currently out. Wait, is he out on track? Okay, 4th is Marquez, who's currently in the pit lane, and 5th is Quartararo. Is Acosta out on track? I believe he is. For a minute, he is out on track. They have managed to fix the bike really quickly. And for a minute, I almost had a panic because my screen was kind of frozen. I thought, oh no, has the Wi-Fi gone off? But no, touch wood, hasn't. It was just my Wi-Fi deciding to play hiccups. And just as I say that, okay, it's still my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi today on my phone has not been my greatest friend. Maybe I need to change onto the extender. So, Martin is currently 33 thousandths of a second up on the time of Bagnaia. Bagnaia, however, is almost 3 tenths down in his own time. So, obviously, Bagnaia is finding it a little bit more difficult this lap. So, Martin about to cross the line, and where does he go? Goes first with a 1:30.844. That is 80 thousandths of a second faster than what Bagnaia was. So Bagnaia, yeah, he's not going anywhere right now. Bagnaia is. He is 1.6 seconds off. 1.6 and a half, actually, if you want to be like specific. He is. Oh my goodness! He's lost even more time. He is now 2.6 and a half seconds slower than what he was doing before. Where has this time gone? Where has he gone wrong? Bagnaia's... Oh, so he's decided to stop it. Entering pit lane, Bagnaia is right now as Marc Marquez is leaving pit lane. And yeah, he's walked into that garage, Bagnaia has, and he does not look happy. He looks like, where is this going? What am I doing wrong? That is what he is. That's what he is giving off right now, because obviously you can't see his face because of the helmet. Where his body language is giving off, it's like, what am I doing wrong? And I cannot answer it because it makes no sense. 1 minute he's doing well, and the next minute he is losing massive amounts of time. Bezecchi further back is 4 tenths now, exactly, off the time of Martin. I mean, that's not that bad. Bezecchi's actually in 5th position right now. So he is actually doing quite well. Espargaro is almost 8 tenths back for him. What is going on with Aprilia, with Espargaro right now? It's like, I do not understand why so many people are losing time. And it's not just because it is a free practice session. It is just like in general, in the races, little bit of a wobble there for Bezecchi. And Joshua should be changing over at any moment. Right. Mia's entering the pits. Honestly, Mia's been quite quiet. Uh-oh. Sorry, Joshua. Oh, just as I say that though, I saw someone move up the order. Maybe it's not a bad Q word. I am sorry. That one was genuinely an accident. Those who don't know the motorsport phrases that you shouldn't say. But maybe he'll get some action. Or like maybe a couple people will crash. But I hope for his sake not. Or maybe I'm the one who's about to have a very interesting session to cover down for F1. Bezecchi, however, is entering the evil section of the track right now. That's what I'm calling the end of Sector 3 right now. The end of Sector 3, start of Sector 4 is now the evil section. It's its own section in itself now. So 30 minutes left of the session. Marc Marquez does a... Hold on, I can see on here. No, I cannot see on here because for some reason I think his lap time has been deleted. So Acosta is just... It might have been Acosta I was looking at, to be honest. He's just done a 1:31.269. Bastianini goes into 6th and... Oh no. Is that... Wait. No, that's Oliveira. And he's walking his bike back. For a minute I thought someone had generally gone down because of me saying that Q word. But no. That's a bit close. But no. No one has gone down since. And looking at Martin, Turn 11. I know this. I know that's turn 11 because we saw it so much. Yeah, turn 11. Does he do track limits? Yeah. Right. Yeah, there it is. Slight touch. It was only so minuscule though, that touch in turn 11. Like the minuscule touch, turn 11, with that green, which is catching everyone out. And are they trying to restart Oliveira's bike, or are they like just trying to get him to his pit box? So if they were, why are they pushing him on the bike? Why are they pushing him in pit lane? I don't know. That is still like continuous mystery right now. 29 minutes left of the session. Marc Marquez, after coming out of the pit lane, is almost 3/10 down on the time of Martin. Martin has actually been doing really well these last two sessions. This race might actually go his way this weekend, to be honest. Though, it's only day one. Only day one of the weekend. Still got 2 more days. Martin is... He is 1,000th of a second quicker of his own time. That is... I love that when it happens. Right. I can imagine Joshua will be here soon. I genuinely think I just heard the commentary box door open. I genuinely think I heard that and like predicted his movement or something. No, I'm not sure. Could have been something else. Martin and he's in the evil section right now. Everyone seems to be going quite steady right now, which is good and bad to see. No one seems to be improving on their times. Given like half a field are in the pit box, I mean, Martin's just gone in. So I think we've hit that lull of the session yet again. In 10 minutes, they'll all be out trying to best each other. So we're currently looking at Bastianini. I'm just going to quickly reply to Joshua. Right, sorry about that. Right, so Bastianini goes up into 5th for 1:31.490. He is 6/10 down on the time, and that's him going off onto the escape road, which a lot of people seem to be doing that. I think during the race we're going to have a lot of people doing that. I have 56 notifications. I don't know what that's about. Just in general, I must not have played it for a while. Currently looking at Martin, going through his plans right now, and I think he's good with the plans, to be honest. I mean, he seems to be doing quite well. Okay, 26 minutes, sorry, of the race to go. And it's race. Oh my, I need more sleep. Right, so Bagnaia is entering sector 4. And it is currently 1/10 down. So at least he seems to be okay. He seems to be adequate at the moment on his time, as usual. Okay, apparently Joshua's just told me that the last 10 minutes of this are very important. Oh, what is that? That is a fly. I don't even know how that got in there. It came from a closed window. Right, so 25 minutes left of the session, and most people are coming back out onto the track right now, which is good to see. Is that Oliveira's bike? Yeah, that's Oliveira's bike. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back out. Wait, has he changed bikes? Yeah, I think he's changed bikes. Is he moving? Is he moving? I generally don't know. And this is called. Is he moving? Yes, Oliveira has changed bikes, or they have somehow incredibly quickly fixed the bike or got it going again. Either way, he is back out on the track, and it's 24 thousandths off the pace for Bagnaia. I mean, he's getting closer and closer to that time that Martin's done, but it's like he just can't reach it. It's like, you know when you're reaching for something and it's just like millimeters away? He's gone second with a 1:30.902 and gone on to the escape road. So it seems a lot of people are having trouble around that with that escape road. So what is going on with that area? Okay, here's Acosta. What did he do? Oh, we're looking at his aero updates. Well, that's him with that aero update definitely seems to have improved the bike, given how fast he has been in this session and last session. But it's not going to stop the crashing. So he seems to have really managed to like get that speed up. To see them fixing Oliveira's bike. So I don't think they have fixed the other bike. I think they've just swapped bikes. Can they do that? Either that or they're just getting ready for one. They're not thinking of flag to flag. Because that's rain, isn't it? Flag to flag. Oh, it is a fly. I've been seeing a lot of these flies round recently. Must be that time of year. Yeah, it seems very relaxed and is just watching the timing screen. You know what, I'm just going to leave it. It can watch for all it wants. Right, entering the pit lane is Bagnaia. Come on, Bagnaia. You've only just got up to possible time where you could get past on the... You know what I mean, the timings for Martin, and he's deciding to go into the pit lane. It so frustrates me when that happens, because I feel like it's such an opportunity lost. And if Joshua is listening, my throat is very dry right now. Morbidelli has his lap time cancelled. That was for track limits. Oh, yellow's in sector 1. That is Alex Marquez. He has seemed to have dropped it at what? Oh, is that turn 1? Yeah, he has dropped it right at turn 1. Turn 1 and 2. And it's just kind of just been pushed away from the bike. Gone right through the gravel as well. So, oh, you can see right where the mistake is made. He goes far too low, and you can just see his whole entire arm just touch the floor. I mean, he was going to crash from the moment he did that. I think he knew. Because he immediately like, you know what, I'm gonna just move my leg away. So, gone green now. 20 minutes left of the session, and this is a very long replay. So he lost it very early on into turn 1. I don't think he even got a fraction of the way into turn 1 before he literally had to let go of the bike. That went right away from him, right into the gravel, and you can see bits of it coming off as well. That's his next bike on standby. Oh, so they can change. Well, I suppose it isn't. I suppose it is a practice session, so I suppose that would be normal for it to like change. But Fly is really interested in this room. I don't know why. Okay, for some reason we're getting information on the tyres. Oh, okay, I'm going to look at the tyres quickly, since it's come up on the screen, so I thought may as well. A lot of people have decided to go for the medium front, so a lot of people are going for softs, however. It seems to be a mix between the soft and medium for the rear, but a lot of people seem to be in agreement about being medium on the front, though people like Marc Marquez, Maverick Vinales, and Marini and Mia, they all seem to be going softs for the front as well. Alex Marquez going up. Oh, that was a very quick up for him. I wonder if he's damaged his arm or something, because he did seem to be holding his arm up like that. Here's a replay into turn 11 for Marc Marquez, coincidentally enough. Does he touch the green? Yes, yes, he touches the green for quite a while, actually. Did Alex crash? Yes, yes, Alex did crash. Alex Marquez did crash out on the entrance to turn 1. Though he seems to be okay. He was running up the steps, so I'm wondering whether he just really wanted to go talk to like the principal or something. Or I don't know whether that was medical centre or not. Maybe he just really wants to get it over with. So Marc Marquez is estimated to go into third, 18 minutes left of the session, and Alex Marquez has crashed out on the entrance to turn 1. Which is unfortunate. I mean, he hasn't been doing too badly, so it is quite unfortunate to see, though Mark is still going strong. It's only 6/10 behind Martin. And he's going into the pit lane. For some reason, everyone, apart from Martin right now, is currently in the pit lane or crashed out. And yeah, I think we're entering that lull period, getting ready for the last 10 minutes of the session. Probably going to get told now that, are you aware that your brother crashed out? Right, looking at his partial times from, okay, so he lost a lot in sector 2, but surprisingly he gained the most time in sector 3, which is unusual given how things were going. We're looking. Oh, wait a minute, I just thought of something. If Alex has crashed out and he hasn't gone straight away to get another bike, like other people seem to be doing, then he must, obviously he had more of an impact, so I'm guessing maybe he's gone to get checked out by the medical. So Martin is still on the track, and Joshua, hello.
Hello, I'm getting conflicting information that you've wanted me to come in, and now you don't want me to come in. Which is it?
I don't care either way. I am getting a bit of dry throat though.
Would you like me to bring you up a drink?
I have one in my room. So, 15 minutes left of the session right now. I mean, it would be easy because you actually know what the last 10 minutes is about. Well, then I'm good then. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Hold on. I will still try and talk throughout this. Do not worry. 15 minutes left of the session. Martin, Martin seems to be 6 tenths or 6.5 tenths down on his time. So is that all? Is that just how I fixed it? The keyboard? Because I think you have to. It is now. It is now. It is working now. Right, and I can't. There we are. Right. No screen. Oh, is this the dreaded? No, this is turn 11. Turn 11, the evil part. Turn 11. Okay. So we can see Martin going round the corner, and then does he touch the green? Yes, he does. Everyone seems to be touching the. Yeah, I'm good. Josh was just happy that he doesn't have to swap over. Oh, thing is, I don't mind either. Right, so riding style comparison to turn 11. Right now we're looking at Marc Marquez going now. Okay, so before we saw Martin seems to have the stronger. He has the stronger way of going about turn 11. He's currently almost 2 tenths faster than his own time. And was that Bagnaia heading out of the pit lane? I think it was. A very dry throat. Yellow, sector 4. Who is that? Do you know what? I only saw a red suit. So let's see who has stopped. That would be Augusto Fernandez, who has crashed at turn 15. Seems to be alright. He's running. Yeah, he fell off a bike. He went into a position for the crash. He's like had his hands tucked to his chest, so obviously very good positioning. That's generally how you're meant to actually take a crash like that. So good to see employing that method. Though he seems to have just dropped it on the middle of turn 15, and then just his bike's just gone away from him and he's gone right into the gravel. So his bike. Which is sad to see. I mean, he was 17th though, so it hasn't been a great practice for him anyway. Now we're looking at Morbidelli, 4 tenths down on the time of his teammate Martin. He's currently in 12th position, so last lap cancelled for Martin due to the yellow flag from turn 15. And here he is, Alex Marquez. Obviously got checked out at medical and been giving the okay, and he is back out on his second bike, which is brilliant to see. 12 minutes left of this session so far. Morbidelli has just done a 131.292, and he has gone up into 6th position. Marc Marquez is estimated to go into 3rd position, being almost 2 tenths behind Martin's time. Antonio is 4.5 tenths behind, though he's currently in 14th position. So on board with him currently. He's lost a lot of time in that sector 3. Oh, I finally get to see the sector 3. So I can see why it's giving so many people grief. I mean, it seems to be quite a wide turn around one of them. So I see that's where people are losing time. He's lost almost like 4 tenths and 6 tenths. Now he's gone 8th with a 131.393. Quartararo did a 131.067, and Marc Marquez has just gone second with a 130. Hold on, trying to see it. 130.585. Got the chat slightly on, so that's why I couldn't see it as well. Leish Spargo goes up into 9th with a 131.393. Now in 30 seconds, apparently according to Josh, that is where the times really matter for the top 10. And just going to check now. He says that last 10 minutes, they will decide the running order for Q1 and Q2. The top 10 automatically advance to Q2, and the bottom 2 go to Q1. So for those of you that don't know that, that is what will happen. And right now that matters. So times really do matter at the moment for everyone. Martin is currently not out on the track. We really think he would be. Binder too. You would have thought those two would have deigned to actually go out on the thing. So Vinales decides, time where I really need to focus on things. I'm going to enter the pit lane. Smart move. Bagnaia, however, is 28 thousandths up on the time of Martin. And Marquez is also entering the pit lane. Then again, I think the top two are pretty safe. Quartararo is also in the pit lane. Bagnaia has made his way up. He's estimated first with 59 seconds faster than Martin currently. Bastianini goes up into fourth for 1:30.907, which is very good. Hopefully his teammate can best Martin and get into first position. Bezzecchi is currently 3 tenths behind the time, 4.5 tenths now of Martin, and Bagnaia is still estimated first going into that final sector. So looks like Martin's going to get dethroned right now, where he's been sitting for the last 20 minutes of the session. And Bagnaia goes top with a 1:30.286. Brilliant time for Bagnaia there. Seems to really have caught up something. That is Bagnaia going through the escape road. And who was that behind him? I believe that may have been Bezzecchi. Yeah, it had to have been Bezzecchi because his teammate is in the pit lane currently. Bastianini is currently a tenth behind his teammates. So hopefully they can make it both into Q2. Currently the people estimated to go into Q2 are Bagnaia, Martin, Marc Marquez, Bastianini, Vinales, Acosta, Quartararo, Bezzecchi, Morbidelli and Aleix Espargaro. D'Antonio just sitting... Oh my goodness. D'Antonio and Aleix Espargaro, I believe, had the exact same time. Hold on, let me just double check that. And they do. Aleix Espargaro and D'Antonio have the exact same time. Now, isn't that just a kick? He's just this close to actually being able to get into Q2. So, he should really head back out. I mean, if he just has to beat them by just that little bit, he's certainly got a good chance. 7 minutes left of the session currently. The fight is on to see who will be able to get into the top 10, who go straight into Q2. Entering the pit lane right now is Bezzecchi and Bagnaia. And Mia further down the row. I think Mia is just like accepting like he's not going to get through. But the thing is, he could get through if he really, really tries. Because he's done it before. Right, so currently looking at Bastianini trying to best his time even more so that he can just beat Martin on something. I mean, currently looking at Bagnaia. 6.5 minutes left to go of this session. Quartararo going round. Quartararo going round one of the sectors. Six minutes left. And it's everyone is a lot of people right now are in the pit lane. Coming out of the pit lane now though is Marc Marquez, so something tells me he's gonna try and get an even faster time, try and top this session just as he topped last session. Ah, that's nice. Brothers coming out side by side. Alex and Mark both coming out of the pit lane together, and right behind him is the number 10. Who is 10? Which one of them is 10? I can't remember right now who is 10, and that's probably very bad that I can't remember who's 10. I'll see it in a minute though. So Bagnaia is also coming out of the pit lane. Who is number 10? Just going to quickly see if I can scan that. Number 10. I generally cannot remember. I will remember later. Right, 5 minutes left of the session. And it's 4 riders coming out coming out of the thing. Right, Bastianini sets another time and stays in position where he is currently. Binder goes, he is currently 1.2 seconds off the time of Bagnaia. So Binder not really looking to get into, yeah, he's entering the pits. He's not going to get into Q2, I think. Not right now. So, time to take another drink because my throat's really just got dry. Right, Martin has headed back out onto the track and is currently 2 seconds behind behind Bagnaia. I keep doing that. So, currently looking at Jack Miller, who's really behind the temps. Can he find anything in the last sector? He does find nothing. He, in fact, loses something. At risk currently is Franco Morbidelli. He has done a 1:31.292 and it is at risk of being not in Q2 with his teammate of Martin. Right, Quartararo's estimated 5th position from his place in 7th, being 3/10 off the time of Bagnaia. What can he do as he crosses the line? Can he reach 5th position? And yes, he does. Oh, and who's that gone off? Is that Morbidelli? No, it's Joan Martin. Turn 8. Martin has crashed out. Rider okay, bit of an airbag going off. Though Martin has crashed out, and so has, it seems, one of the VR46s. His airbag has clearly gone off. That's D'Antonio. Is that down at turn 8 as well? Have they crashed into each other? No, he's down at turn 10. So simultaneously, they've both crashed off at different points. Oh. Ow, that have got to hurt for D'Antonio there. He was been thrown around like a rag doll. I haven't seen the crash from Martin yet, though. So that was rough. That was so rough for D'Antonio. Rider is okay. Here's a replay of Martin. He has an easier lot of it. He just slides off at turn 8. But down at turn 10, it seems like D'Antonio has had the much harder hit. I mean, he was literally flipping around all over the place, like doing loads of flips. He looked like a rag doll, to be honest. And you could see when his airbag went off, though he seems to be okay, holding himself just that little bit. Could just be, well, he was just thrown around. So I can guess he's about to go to the medical centre and get checked out. So that is rough. Here's a replay from the onboard. So you can see him just about to go around the turn 10 and the bike just jumps him off. You can see his airbag has really deployed, like as much as it can, because of how hard the impact was on him. Though Rider is okay and on the way to the medical centre, I presume, because no one's not going to the medical centre if they have that much of a crash. So unfortunately, D'Antonio has crashed out, as well as Martin, though D'Antonio out of 2 of them, much harder hit. Simultaneous as well. Right. So, yellow, sector 1, again. Who is down this time? That seems to be Brad Binder. He has crashed out. Rider, okay, not even an airbag, at turn 6. Jeez. All of them are crashing out because they are pushing themselves way too hard at this moment. Oh, you can see. I feel like that's been cut a little bit. The back of Martin's suit. There seems to be okay. 33 of Brad Binder currently being on board with. You see, like Martin, it just went away from him. Do you know what? I'm still trying to think about D'Antonio's crash, because it literally, the rear jumped up and it chucked him off the bike. It's high-sided, basically. Except I think it more high-sided to, like, the side. It side-hided it. I don't know whether that's a word. It's a new word. I just came up with it. Yay. But 9 seconds left of this session right now. Spargo does a 131.1 at 6.7 and maintains his 10th position. Such a shame for D'Antonio. Wasn't he quite equal to Spargo too? So he's really been pushed out of it. Not a good day for D'Antonio. And it's Martin just spinning it. He had such... I think he was on a really good lap time too, Martin. So he's just lost it. Yeah, what was he at? He was only 2/10 away. And he wasn't even that far into the lap. That is just such a shame. So the session has ended now, so getting the final lap times in for everyone. Bastianini is 80 thousandths down. That just does not sound right to me in my ears. Oh, and down goes Bastianini. Just as I say that, commentator's curse. Bastianini goes down, so can he get his bike running again? Though either way, if he does, he's not going to get that lap time back. It is definitely cancelled. He crashes down. Where is that? Turn 14. That is turn 14 that he has crashed down at. And he hasn't crashed that far into anything, to be honest. Oh, and who's that also? Is that Bastianini still? Yeah, that is Bastianini still. It's just different lighting. I got confused because they pushed it onto the gravel when it never actually reached the gravel, and they could easily have got it moving again. Though I suppose, given it's the end of the session, Bastianini didn't really see a point in that. Though Bagnaia has just seen, oh, my teammate has not gone on. And new all-time lap record for Bagnaia with a 1:30.286 for him. Good day for Bagnaia, I tell you what, from all he had before, being congratulated by, I think, Bezzecchi there. Well, of course it would have to be Bezzecchi. It's the only one in bright neon yellow there. Oh, very good for Bagnaia. And practice starts are now happening, so I shall read out the order. Right, so top 10 who are going through to Q2 tomorrow are Bagnaia, Martin, Marc Marquez, Bastianini, Quartararo, Morbidelli, Bezzecchi, Vinales, Acosta and Aleix Espargaro. Those, however, who are competing in qualifying 1 tomorrow, and the top 2 will go into qualifying 2, are Jack Miller, Zarco, D'Antonio, Alex Marquez, Brad Binder, Oliveira, Fernandez, Marini, Mia and Augusto Fernandez, Nakagami, and I just don't think Rins is in this weekend. Getting replays of all the different crashes that have happened in this session currently. Though, as everyone makes their practice starts, so if it's still on, please go over to JBMotorsports for the possible end of the session that they have. I think I'm not sure whether it's the end of the session for them or not, or I'm not sure, because obviously I'm doing this, but everyone is about to head out onto the pit lane. See Marc Marquez going in the pit lane right now. He has not topped this session. He has been top of the sessions for like last race and last session, though couldn't seem to grasp it this time, however it seems. Right, so as everyone heads into the pit lane, I have read out the results. Please join us tomorrow for all the action too, and signing off now. Just gotta find where everything is. So thank you for watching. Please join us again tomorrow for qualifying, and I think sprint race is tomorrow as well, and everything else on both JB Motorsports and JB Motorsports 2. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.